All right, so what exactly are we supposed to be doing? If you guys remember, before we actually did that last wave of comms fizz stuff, that's all the comms fizz done, by the way. For the whole chapter, that's it. We're done completely. There's no other comms fizz to look at all. Buddy's not actually going to say anything to us, but you'll notice Riku's not with us. I mentioned this, a little while back, actually. Riku's not here. What Riku's done is she's gone down to the cabin. So do you remember earlier where we had to find Pain up on the deck because she disappeared? Well, this time we got Riku doing a similar thing, but she's just in the cabin. The cabin, which, may I remind you as well, is now also full of chocobos. I kind of had a cool thought that if you were really careful, you could do a very specific file where you only have like one chocobo from the Thunder Plains, but like nothing else going on. That's kind of interesting. Why do I feel like we never rested? We totally did rest this chapter, didn't we? I get so nervous about that as well, man. All right, but you'll see.
Rehearsal starting.
Here's Riku. So, we get to play a little mini game. She's down here. Funnily enough, a bit of trivia there. You see Riku's dancing on the little stage in the corner. Yes, that's a stage with a microphone. She's you might notice she's in a weird outfit. She doesn't look normal. That's her songstress outfit, right? So this is a kind of a really weird thought, right? Why does she get a different outfit when she's in songstress? Is that just like other clothes that Len wore? If Riku was in songstress and fell down the hole at the end of the last chapter, would Riku have met Shuyin? Would Pain, if Pain was in her songstress? It's crazy to think about, isn't it? Alright, anyway, so this is rehearsal starting. Miss Yuna and Miss Riku are nervous about their performance in the contract. Press X circle triangle E and square in time with the beat and help them get over their stage fright. Alright, so there's a lot of different prizes to this, okay? You see how it says that bit there, in time with the beat? You know how X-2 basically decides to make everything a goddamn minigame? Yeah, don't worry about that with this one. It's pretty simple. Just spam the crap out of the buttons. That's the best way to do it. And there's a lot of different prizes you can get for this. And in fact, the best prize you can get is really important. So we're going to spam X, circle, triangle, and square. And what I'm actually doing is I'm holding my controller in a very specific way so that my middle finger of both hands and my index finger of both hands is on it. All right? My left hand is on square and X, and my right hand is on circle and triangle. All right, I'm just going to spam these all like mad. I'm not going to do it all with my thumb. Each is going to get its individual finger for pressing. All right, ready? You should watch... Okay, I'm just going to try and describe to us. You should watch for the notes and symbols. You'll get more points for dancing in time with the red ones. If you press the same buttons as Miss Riku, your groove will go through the roof, yes? How about we just press a button for absolutely everything? You ready, Riku?
Hey, Uni, hurry up and change.
All right. This is a game built around very quick changing. There she is. Here we go. And go. Every time we spam, it's going to change the camera angle, expecting some, like, clever thing. But this is all we're going to do. We're just going to spam like mad. For what it's worth, the worst reward you can get is a pearl necklace, which is pointless proof, which we've already got like on a garment grid. There's a safety bit for doing a bit better, which gives you defense, it gives you life preserver, it gives you petrification and death proof. Then next you get a sublimator, which is a weapon, which is fire and ice eater and magic defense. Sorry, that's armor. Or you can get something very, very cool for winning. There you go. My total groove was 696. My rhythm was 271. My fitness was 570. And my sync was 137. How well did we do? Amazing, as it turns out. So this is the best reward. This is smooth sailing. Because I guess I guess Barkeep gives us the reward or something.
It's almost time. Do you think people will show up?
You betcha. The Thunder Plains will be packed.
And I'll show you guys what that is soon.
But what are you gonna sing?
That's a good question. Sounds pretty nice.
Wow, did you write that?
It's more like I felt it. I can hear it echoing inside me.
Len?
I think so. I don't know much about her, but I'm learning more and more. Bits and pieces of her memories keep pouring in. It's like I can feel what she was feeling.
Look at Barky.
Thus shall Len's scattered thoughts be woven into bittersweet song. Something like that?
Hey, that was poetic.
We'll be arriving soon. After Buddy drops us off, he and the others will go pick up the spectators.
So we won't be able to board for a while.
You got it.
Okay. There's a weird, like, xylophone horn thing there. So here's the thing, though. Another animation mid-walk. Here's the weird thing, though. What about Riku? Why wouldn't Riku get that? Oh, he's still dancing. Why wouldn't Riku get that song go through her? She's wearing Len's dress here as well. It's like Len has some connection to Yuna for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, just to be 100% sure, I'm going to quickly rest here.
Sleep.
And so if we have a look at our accessories now, all right, equip, and so Yuna. You'll notice we've got another gold bit of gear now. Another gold bit of gear. The gold gear is coming in hard and fast now. We've got a fair few pieces. This is smooth sailing, all right? It says it protects against all status ailments. But it's a Hypello invention, so... Now, what does this mean? Well, if you have a look, first of all, it buffs our defense up and our magic defense up, so it's defensive stuff. You'll see on the auto abilities, though, very specially, Super Ribbon. I talked to you guys about this already. We went through so much effort to get regular ribbon. This is Super Ribbon. Smooth sailing is the only way to get Super Ribbon in the game. And so you'd have to actually play the game 3 full times to be able to equip all 3 girls with it, because you'd get each one on each New Game Plus. But what it does is not only the regular ribbon resistances, but also it's got like the other ridiculous stuff. So like eject, death, petrify, anything else that would petrify regular ribbon in this game, Super Ribbon deals with. But also, and it doesn't say anything, but what do you guys know about Hypello, all right? Let me just read you something in Hypello. So, we won that little mini-game, and we got a Super Ribbon. All right, now, what is very distinct about the Hypello and the way they talk and that phenomenal impersonation there, right? What's distinct is they're slow, and so that gives you auto-slow as well. So it will really slow your girl down, but it gives them crazy resistances. Now, the cool thing is there's a way to resist or counter that slow, which we're going to get very soon in this chapter 2. Hey, Payne, if you're worried about Spira, you can always check the comm spheres. I have a hunch the concert's going to rock, she says. All right, interesting. Well, we're done with that. I really hope the Me and Iroh thing's done. Now, here's a funny thing, actually. You can talk to either Buddy or Brother right now to land. So when we talk to Brother here, we're going to land, and you might think, oh, we missed talking to Buddy. We won't.
We're flying over the Thunder Plains. Are you ready to land?
Actually, no, here, I'll show you. Let's not land, all right? So that's his dialogue, and then if you look at Buddy...
We're over the Thunder Plains. You ready to land?
See, what they did in X-2, why do games do this, right? Why did they make the 2 lines of dialogue so close for the 2 characters? They did tweak it slightly, but that always annoys me. It's like, you have to record a different line. Why not go a bit crazy with it, make it slightly different? Whatever. Anyway, let's land. Stuff like that just reminds you you're playing a video game, you know? Let's have our concert. This concert, guys, as well, this is very iconic to X2. There's a very specific song, you know that thing Yuna was singing? There's a very specific song associated with this game. It's got lots of different versions and stuff, and that's what we'll be hearing very soon. It's a very, it's a cutscene that when I was a lot younger I never really cared about or gave a damn about, but I guess I do a bit more now, and I know a lot of people really like it. Anyway, goings in the house. This is all we get to see of the destination lift in Chapter 4. We're going to hold the concert on the Thunder Plains, so let's make sure the place is safe. All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Gullwings. Good to see you. Are you ready to sing your song?
Yeah, more or less. You ready?
We've got a sticky situation. Some fiends have shown up to snack on the spectators.
Spectators? It's a giant dragon. Some fiends. This is one huge fiend. And the HD version of the game there with the new aspect ratio, you can clearly tell that is not the entrance to a cave. You can tell it's just where one of the cactar stones was. But in the original version of the game, it wasn't quite that way, guys. Anyway, concert cleanup. A fiend has crawled out from beneath the earth. Exterminate it so concert goers can listen to your song without any distractions. Objective, defeat the boss fiend.
Pre-concert Hurtfest time.
God, Payne, that was lame. Usually your lines are pretty good, but that was lame as hell. So here's Guado Salam. We can't go back and explore. Not allowed. Spectators are arriving, but it's still too risky to let them pass, yes? Spectator... Alright, and he says the same thing. Okay, so what's kind of cool here... This has got nothing to do with our progress on the lightning rod towers or anything like that before. Looking forward to the song. Yes, looking forward to the song. There's our comm sphere. Now, aside from the cabin, the only place in all of Chapter 4 you can open chests is right here in the Thunder Plains. There we go. We actually managed to open that chest. The damn lightning rod tower obscured it. Generally, I'm not going to bother with it. However, if you go all the way north, all the way up to Makalania Forest, there is another group of spectators who will block you off. And they've got a little bit of extra dialogue. I think there's some extra dialogue in the agency too. I mean, it's not that interesting. Obviously, we'll want to go to the new place. This is one of those examples of them unlocking a new area in an existing Final Fantasy place. Like, there's actually a dungeon here we can go to. Actually, what I'll maybe do, we need to stop using Mirror of Equity when she's on full health. There we go. What I think I'll do, I'll just cut it till we get to the agency, shall I, guys? And then we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, we're barely halfway up the south map. And already, if you look at my mini-map, the entrance to the dungeon's there. So it very much doesn't encourage you to go all the way up north. Oh, we got a Malboro and a Watcher. That's kind of scary. And we got Ambush. Let's kill the Watcher with some auto attack, shall we? I actually had a theory about how to learn Bad Breath. And the theory was that we need to inflict a status on him, and then it might work. So why don't we try that? Let's go like 2 Dark Grenades should try and put a status on the Malboro, right? And maybe he'll counter with Bad Breath, and that's how Pain will learn it. Let's try it. Blastermine, guard. We tried to hit him with a status. Is that enough? Gastric Juice again. I don't know, guys. I don't know. A never-ending struggle to get him to use Bad Breath. He's dead now. Man, you look so cool with Masamune. So cool. Thank you for the remedies. Next chest right here. Glass Buckle. I believe that's the thing that makes you immune to a couple of things. I believe we've also had a Glass Buckle before as it is. Oh, we didn't get an encounter. Good. So I can cut in a little bit earlier. There you go. There's one of the chests. Here's the agency. As I say, I'm not going all the way north to get the other dialogue. But you can at least chat to some people here. I don't know. It's so pointless. I get it. But this is stuff most people would never see. Here's the fat guy again. We see fiends around here all the time. But that thing was huge. Really? That was huge. How are you supposed to take down a monster like that? Well, actually, that's a really good question. Because I've got an awesome way of killing it that I can't wait to show everyone. They're saying a gigantic fiend is on the list. How big do you suppose it is? I really don't know. If it's hiding out in a cave underground, it can't be that big, can it? That's a good point. Wait, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to your friend. Hello, lady. Just when the fun was about to get started, this fiend came bursting out of the ground. It apparently headed south towards Guado Salam. And of course, we care about Guado Salam, even if you're racist and you hate the Guado. Guado Salam's full of sphere hunters these days. It's actually a really cool idea for a place. It's like, you know, like a haven for sphere hunters and like-minded adventurers. I really like it. I also like the idea that we don't get to see it because our perspective is very narrow because we just play the game and get to see the story that the girls experience. But I like the idea that there's actually a lot more places there, like other big mansions and so forth, just like the LeBlanc Syndicate. But yeah. All right, hello. What's going on? Talk to me. There's a big fiend inside. Are you sure you're ready to go in? You're damn right we are. So check it out. There's a new dungeon here. It's not a dead end leading to a cactuar stone. And I totally mentioned this back when we were playing Final Fantasy X, if you guys remember. I was like, yeah, this becomes a dungeon entrance. Check it out. Here we are. We are now in the Fiend Haunt. Now, there's actually a fairly scary mob in this dungeon that you almost have to escape from, and maybe I can show you guys that. So you remember back at the start of the series where I told you about that garment grid that you can only get for maxing out the bestiary, which gives you an insane ability called the End. Remember that? But the End only works if you've never fled. You kind of lose that. Most players, I would say, lose that opportunity here because you just have to evade. You have to avoid this thing. This thing is like worse. Do you remember in Kilika there's that Barbucha thing that we learned that we got a blue bullet from last chapter? It's like that but way worse. Anyway, so you want to go east first. You want to go to the right first because you get an X potion just for free, which is nice. More watchers. What is this? What is this mystery? It's too many things. I'm holding out on you guys far too much right now. I know you can't take it, guys, but trust me, we're getting to the end of the game now. Chapter 5, that's where it all finishes. Who is that doing such little amount of damage? Is it Yuna? Oh, Yuna's been hit with slow. So there actually you can see, right? Like, I would happily equip smooth sailing for you guys. But look at how slow you move with slow, like, really. It's bad. So you really don't want that. Oh, she learned Magicide. Nice. So here you go, this thing, see? It's another Ironside. It's just like the damn thing that we saw in Kilika. So I'm gonna flee from it, unless it was called something else in Kilika. But those things, they're just too deadly. They're just too deadly. They're really tanky, really difficult to kill. Get your blue bullet from and move on. It's just like Spheromorphs in Macalania at the first. Anyway, so now we're going to go west. You get a chest, but you'll notice that actually we can climb now. All right. Now, this chest up here is amazing. Just going to say, let's open it up. We get a Haste Bangle. You guys should remember what a Haste Bangle is. Oh, and also, for what it's worth as well, I'm going to quickly equip Pain onto Trainer. We're going to start her on the next fight. She's going to be starting there. But so we get Haste Bangle. So what's cool about a Haste Bangle? Well, let's see. Let's equip Smooth Shailing. Because what this does, all right, is it means when Yuna is in yellow health, she'll get the haste from the Haste Bangle, and it will counter Smooth Sailing. That's got nothing to do with International. That's like that on every version of X2. Oh my god, the Gigas Oversold. All right, I guess I'll show this then. Don't forget, Oversoul is the first action an enemy takes every turn. When it can Oversoul, and it will replenish his health to max. There's a Thundaga, kind of scary. Nothing compared to friggin' Dark Ixion, though, in the previous chapter, let me just say. Oh, another Thundaga? I don't know, actually. All right, we're escaping. We're leaving. Only 17 health. I don't like it. Run away. Secret hero drink. Oh, God. I think that would have done a lot. In the previous game, that maxes your overdrives. In this game, you only get the special dress fizz, so I don't know. Which we've seen so little of. God, don't be angry at me, though, guys. Don't be angry. I know that we've got... You know, if I'd actually leveled White Mage at all on any character, we would have Azuna we could cast at any time, and I'd be much better at curing status effects between battles. I do like that feature in this game, but I just never did in the end. Oh, man, Yuna is so slow. Maybe we shouldn't have healed her up just there. We should have left her. All right, let's keep going. I realized who it was doing basically no damage. It was Riku using... because she's set up to be a magic caster, and she was using goddamn physical attacks on Alchemist. All right, another one of these guys. Oh, that was good. Wait, did he hit Yuna right at the end there? Yes, Yuna's on 1 health. Okay, hold on. Let's give her a single potion so she's still in yellow. All right? All right? This is crazy. So then we should see Smooth Sailing get counted here. Now, there's a bit of an option here, guys. If we go east right now, we can get a chest with 2 Phoenix Downs. But, look, I'm going to be real with you all. I'm not interested in 2 Phoenix Downs. So we're just going to keep moving up. And we're going to climb. They do weird things with the camera here to really knock you off your focus. But you want to come to this rock, okay? You want to climb up here. It's very much like... This reminds me a lot of the original Besaid encounter. Because obviously we went in a cave, and what did we find in the cave? Well, we found a monster that wasn't awful like this. A flame dragon. A flame dragon we could later capture in the creature creator and release to reveal a faith fragment. But so here we go. We don't really get too much of a cutscene. We get a badass boss. This guy is difficult to kill. Let me just tell you straight away, he's difficult. But have a look at Yuna now in the bottom right. She's not slowed, she's hasted. And that's pretty cool, all right? So she could use any kind of Bushuti she likes. Inflict MP damage. Oh, that's just inflict MP damage, whatever. We're just going to have her attack. Now, this boss is actually fairly dangerous, fairly deadly. Oh my god, and he just guarded from fire damage, of course, because he's immune to it. That's silly of me. He's very weak to ice damage. But here's a great thing about this boss. He's fairly deadly, but you can make him easy with eject. And who gets eject? Well, Pain does, doesn't she? So Yuna's dead there. We're going to have Pain cast Carrier Flurry on it. This is the best way to kill this mob, okay? It might miss, for what it's worth, and the fight not be... might. There we go! Yes! They made him immune to everything, but they forgot about eject, it seems. I don't know whether that's on purpose. For what it's worth, Samurai, if we trained her a bit better, she could also eject. But you could just skip that entire boss fight by using eject. How cool is that? We get a Crimson Ring. I think he's also got some other rare stuff. And that's it. The concert is now clear. We can grab this chest. We get a black ring. Now, black ring, you might think, oh, is that something to do with black magic? It's actually not. If you remember, if you look through our stuff here, right, we've already had different colored rings coming in. Like we'd have a blue ring or like a red ring and stuff. And that just, they mean different individual elements. So the black ring, actually, it's a rarer material, rarer accessory. But see, it makes you immune to gravity and fractional damage, all right? And it allows you to cast Demi, which is kind of cool. It also buffs her health up a reasonable amount and gives her a fair amount of MP. So maybe we'll do that. We'll make her like a classic black mage, shall we? With Riku. Well, she gets Demi as well. Sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? There you go. And you get the black ring. So now that's the Fiend dead. And we want to get out, basically. Oh, God. Let's come up here. Careful, Yuna. She almost fell there. That's kind of scary. And I believe we have to walk out. Hold on. What's over here on the right, though? I'm really scared of encounters. Alright, here we go. This is the chest with the 2 high potions. So I guess it's just... Oh, no, it's an elixir. Oh, God, I'm so bad. Maybe the high potions are down here. Alright, no, that was the first thing we opened altogether. I don't know. There is one little extra chest in there. It was probably at that branch before we dropped down. There you go. Clear the cave out. This is the kind of thing you'd think it would just teleport you out on your own, no? But no, I guess they try and get you to walk it. Unless, because it didn't actually technically count as a victory. Oh, check it out. It's Arcana. Let's cast it. We haven't seen a demi yet in the game. Go on, Riku. Show him what you're worth.
Yasha!
Arcana meaning it's Death Knight. There you go. Or Dark Knight. There we go. The Celsius comes down.
We're landing. If we cram any more people on board, this thing is gonna fall out of the sky.
The thing is, the Celsius seems like such a big airship with such little, like, carry capacity. It's crazy to think you could fill that cabin too much and it would be, you know, getting overburdened just from the weight of people. Oh yeah, that's right, the Iron Giant. It's been referenced in quite a few of these tales. So he says, and Shinra says, I've never heard a language like this before. And then he says, and Shinra then says, I'm starting to make something out. And then he says, and Shinra says, it seems to be repeating itself. Love, why, friends. Nope, not understanding it at all. Alright, so we're at the Thunder Plains, I get it. Iron Giant here, that's fine. Shinra came down too. I love to imagine these Fiend Tales as like, we see Unariku and Pain's adventures throughout the game, but this is like Shinra's adventures throughout the game, right, that we don't see. And this is what Shinra's up to, and his quest to save the Fiends or whatever. So cool. Anyway, it falls over. What is this? Integration complete. It's Poo Poo. So this is crazy. There's assets here. Usually they're just reusing assets, but look at this. This light beam, and he's getting beamed up into a UFO. Look, they actually made a UFO. Created a model for one, gave it texture, everything, and then like animations, and then the UFO just flies off with Poo Poo. This is a really weird thing. Look at that. See? A universal mystery, says Shinra. So, I should explain, Poo Poo is a recurring character in Final Fantasy games, usually very, very rare, difficult, weird, obscure mini-games sometimes he appears in, barely had a role in 10 at all, except for the fact he was one of Lulu's dolls, one of her weapons, and then here in 10-2 he has an actual more prominent role with the Iron Giant thing. Shinra saying he's a universal mystery is sort of suggesting, even in the other Final Fantasy games, where Poo Poo is a mystery there too. But yeah, Poo Poo the alien gets in his UFO and leaves. That's such a rare scene to see as well. But he does have a part in this franchise.